Hey everybody, it's Dan from the Outdoor Trade Show Network, and we got a special one going tonight. I got all kinds of stuff going on. I got crazy things going on here, but I want to introduce Karen Hunter and Fred Mastison here, and they are ForceOptions.com. Let me see if I can do this one. So that goes across. So we got ForceOptionsUSA.com. We got Karen Hunter on there. And I want you guys to introduce yourselves. You have a channel on our network, and you're going to be our firearms people. So you guys are between Carlos and what he does. You're going to be our firearms people. But what I'm going to probably do is stop talking, and I'm going to let you guys take this over, because what would be nice is Dan send me the link. Well, Joe's a little late because we're on. But you guys introduce yourselves, and let's talk about, let's talk about what you do at ForceOptions.com. So go ahead, guys. Take it, run with this.
Karen?
Okay. Well, I'm Karen Hunter, and I am a firearms instructor with Force Options USA, which is Fred's training company. And I'm very excited because I have a channel with the Outdoor Trade Show Network in the works. It'll be 2A with Karen Hunter. And on that channel, we will do tons of gear reviews, product reviews, gun reviews. It's a great way to be able to buy guns and products right off of the television. So I also want to incorporate, when we're talking about the products, guns and gear, I want to incorporate training, educational pieces, things like that. So you're not just purchasing something, you're purchasing something with a knowledgeable, some research behind it, something more than just what a salesperson would tell you. Does that make sense?
It does to me.
But Fred is, Force Options is his training company. So Fred is who has trained me. So Fred, why don't you tell everybody about yourself? Because a couple of the very first things we're going to put out there is some instructional things, because we have a lot of new gun owners right now. Firearm sales have skyrocketed through the roof. So that means there's probably a lot of first-time gun owners that may not know a lot. So the first thing we want to offer as Force Options USA is some free training. I think that would be very beneficial to people right now, because let's face it, training is expensive. And if we have a lot of new gun owners, the more free training they can get, the better, especially during a time like this. So Fred, introduce yourself.
Absolutely. Ms. Fred Mastison. I am indeed the owner of ForceOptionsUSA.com. We're a training company. I'm flattered and excited about Karen being involved with this project. I tease her a lot, say she's a rock star, but she is a rock star. And the fact that she's going to have her own channel is pretty good news for everybody, because she brings a wealth of information to the 2A community, not only in products, but in training and in what's in rare commodity today, common sense. So I'm really looking forward to supporting her on this. We'll do some stuff together. I'll help her along the way. But as Karen said, we're advocates for safe firearms ownership and for effective firearms ownership. So we're going to be offering some free training. And through the channel, as Karen said, once again, it's more than just talking about a gun or saying this gun's for sale. It's a matter of educating people on specific guns. And she's going to do reviews, talking about how to use that gun, ways to conceal, ideas. It, as I said before, her wealth of knowledge is, and I really think it's going to be a fantastic channel.
Thank you. That's very kind. What I'm most excited about, though, is I can actually show people how a gun shoots or how a holster works. A lot of times when you see a gun or an advertisement, you wonder, what's it like? And we can get really in depth and in detail. So you can make a very informed decision before making a purchase. So I think that the Outdoor Trade Show Network is wonderful for that. And more often than not, if I'm correct, through that, most companies will offer some type of a discount or rebate or something like that. So that's exciting too.
Absolutely. And Karen and I are both writers. We write a lot. Karen writes for a ton of magazines. And the challenge we face all the time is that in the written word, there's only so much we can express, only so much we can talk about with a certain handgun. But when Karen's got a video platform with essentially unlimited time, she can talk about something as long as she wants. Even when she does video, a lot of times she's limited, or we're both limited on how much time we have to present the idea. Well, in this format, she can explain it in great detail, which I think will benefit everybody. And I'm really looking forward to that. It's gonna be a fantastic.
I'm excited.
Yeah, Karen, it's up to you. This is yours. So you make of it what you want.
And I'm excited because as a firearms instructor and a freelance writer, I'm not tied to any one specific company for anything. A lot of times Fred and I will get confused as influencers, but that's not the case. There's nothing that we do for free. There's nothing we do for product. It's all for our job. So we're not tied to any one company. We don't have to say things if it's not true. So that gives me the freedom to be able to show any product I want, any gun I want, and basically say whatever I want. So that's kind of nice too. So it's going to be very honest, not just for, the manufacturer, if that makes sense.
Right.
That's absolutely true. Go ahead, my friend.
No, that's what I was going to say. We all talked about this before. We want to do what's right and be nice and see where it goes. That's our big thing. Let's just do what's right and be nice and see where this goes.
Well, that's a good point, because Karen recently spoke about, we had a long discussion about firearms, and the question that she and I both get a lot is, why don't you ever talk bad about a gun? Or why don't you ever trash this company or that company? Well, in all honesty, because it's not a professional thing to do. Our job is not out there to show everybody how bad things are. So in essence, when we get a gun in from a company and maybe it's not performing the way that they say it should, or maybe it's just an utter train wreck, we do them the professional courtesy of sending it back and saying, listen, you've got a problem with this gun. Here are some suggestions. Here's an opportunity to make it right. And then it's their choice whether they fix it or not. But that's why neither Karen nor I write what are considered bad reviews about things. And I know some people really get their jollies on that. But if you want a short-lived existence in the firearms writing community or video or review community, you start trashing companies, and a lot of times unfairly. It will limit your lifespan in that world. So we treat it very professionally. Anything we have on, we'll have on because we respect it and we really want to look at it. We're not there for giggles just to destroy a gun. We're not going to throw it into the fire and things like this. We're going to treat it professionally and give it a serious once over. We may have some suggestions. I'm sure Karen will have some suggestions on things companies can always do better, but that's by no means being super critical of a company.
Yeah.
Just being nice.
Just being nice.
Well, here, I like this. This is kind of what I do. If I don't say anything, if you don't say anything, that's your best way to do it. And rather than talk nasty, just don't say anything.
Exactly.
It's easier that way.
That's my mom talking right there.
Yeah.
If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. As she slapped me in the back of the head.
Joe's got a question for Karen. Karen, what would you tell a woman who is considering purchasing her own firearm?
Congratulations. And yeah, I would tell
Yeah.
The biggest thing is, and I'm not at all like a victim of the feminist, whatever, I don't play that card. I think there's a lot of men that treat women very fair in the firearms industry, but my advice would be, wherever you're purchasing it, don't let them pick for you. My advice would be hold every gun they're suggesting and see how it fits in your hand. That's the biggest problem. A lot of people assume because women tend to be smaller or have smaller hands, they give them a small gun, or they'll give them a 380 or anything like that. And those don't always work as well a gun is hand specific. It's not gender specific. So it really all depends on the angle of your hand, what's comfortable in your hand, what feels good to you. technically bigger guns can be easier to train with and easier to fire. And they're not as hard to conceal as what most people would think. So a lot of women can conceal, for example, a Glock 19 with no issue. And there's a lot of large men that cry about it. So it's definitely,
Yeah, that's the truth.
so my biggest advice to a woman would be see what feels good in your hands. And definitely, if you can, try to live fire that before you buy it. Try to shoot the gun that you're wanting to buy, because if you're not happy with the gun, you won't use it. You won't carry it. You'll be afraid of it.
Okay, great. Joe says you did a good job there, Karen.
Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, Lordy. Okay, and the other one is what I'm trying to do here. I want to make sure everybody's all right. My big thing right now is make sure everybody's all right. And what can we do to help anybody that's in trouble? Or what are we going to do down the road with solutions? We're in a bit of a crisis right now. So my thing is I want to do this outdoor news every night. And let's try to help everybody that we possibly can. That's kind of my big thing right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think one of the biggest things would be just the morale. We're not used to being told when we can't do something in our private time, in our personal lives, and now we're forced to stay home. I was just saying earlier to Dan, I went to the grocery store today, and it was one person per family. So then you go in the grocery store, everyone's like, nobody smiles anymore at each other. Everyone's trying to maintain their social distancing. It was like a ghost town. No children. I would have given anything to hear a screaming child. I mean, just nothing. And then you hear the loudspeaker, wash your hands, maintain your distance. I mean, you feel like you're in this apocalyptic time. So I think the biggest thing right now is people are really going to start to feel, they could feel depressed. They could feel just that morale's dropping. So maybe just to help people with that, you know, I mean, we are having more time at home, but there's a lot of parents that aren't used to homeschooling. And I don't know. So I think anything we can do to build morale and show that we're there for each other, and that, you know, hopefully this will be over soon.
It's the unknown. It's the unknown right now. That's the big one.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And Karen hit on the head. It's the morale issue. People, and she summed it up perfectly. As Americans, we're not used to being told what to do in our personal lives. Over time, we've been kind of groomed to accept certain restrictions on certain things. I get that. But this is an astronomical jump of the shark in regards to telling everybody to stay home and don't go to the store.
And people are scared to death. I mean,
people are scared. They have managed to terrify the American population. Everybody thinks if they catch coronavirus that their heads are going to fall off. It's incredible. It's amazing.
But it is, you know.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Karen.
Oh, I was just to say, even though I know, like, there's things that I know, you know, I think, but then still I'm like, wash your hands, you know, like, I mean, that fear, but for someone who is really scared, you know, like, maybe people that do have more compromised immune systems, I mean, they're really holed up in their houses. They're not going, like my father, he's not going nowhere. And
no.
It's starting to depress people, but I think we can build each other. There's a company, there's an app out there called Kick and Brass, and this company is amazing. And during this time right now, this app is free. It's typically a paid download, but he's redoing everything on the iPhone platform. It's done on the Android platform. It's almost there, but right now he wants this free for everybody. So everybody can download Kick and Brass, and it's a cool firearms app. Like, you can have range time with somebody through the app. Like, I can challenge Dan and Fred to a range competition and then send pictures, and then you get the challenge to the app, and then you have to go do it. Or, I mean, just so many things. And you have an
wow,
army.
that's neat.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. They had, like, in the army, you can list all your guns and the last date that you cleaned them, and inventories your ammo. I mean, it is a neat app. It's worth the money anyway, but to build morale and help people have something to kind of tinker with, he's offering it free right now to everybody. So things like that, I think, are really helpful.
Yeah, and that's we can talk about all this. Yeah. Carlos posted on there, the Glock store is very good about that. And that was earlier when you were talking about getting a gun that fits your hand. Carlos posted that the Glock store is really good. They're in San Diego.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then Joe asked.
There are a lot of good ranges.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. That and the big dog. Okay, so then Joe asked also, Karen, how often do you shoot, Karen? And are you predominantly a long gun shooter or a handgun? Or, and then he's got question marks. So
I shoot all the time. I can shoot my backyard now. So I'm pretty much shooting every day. I kind of have to, though, because it's my job as well. I shoot everything. But my favorite is handgun. But I do a lot of long gun shooting as well. The only thing I am not as well versed in is precision rifle. That'll come though. I'm starting to. So
that's a big thing today. That's a big deal right now. Long range shooting is a big deal.
I hit my mile shot a few months ago, and after that, I was pretty much addicted. And now I want to do it more and more. But I mean, my personality is I just want to shoot everything. I don't really have a favorite. I just want to be well versed in everything.
I've got to tell the mile shot story though, just because it's so epic. So we're on the range and we're in Idaho, right on the edge of the Grand Tetons, and Karen slides behind this rifle. We have a target at I think 1,200 yards to begin with. She shoots that like it's 15 feet away. And then she aims in on the mile target, fires one round. I'm calling win for it. She barely misses it. I can actually see trace. The scope is out of elevation. So she holds. She did a hold at a mile. And on her second shot, rung the steel. And the look on her face was like, oh, that's all there is to it? As everybody around her was pretty much their jaws laying on the ground.
Well, because to me, all the work is being done by everybody. I mean, all I'm doing is pulling the trigger. Like,
oh, that's where all the work is done, though. Anybody can get on a ballistic calculator and do the dope on it, but when you get a prestature, that's where the work's done.
But that's what I want to understand. I want to understand how you get the dope, how you do the win. I want to understand all that stuff. And I'm not a math person at all. So it's always kind of like, I don't want to do that. But after doing it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to learn. So
that'll come with time. That'll come with time.
Yeah.
It just takes time. It'll take time. That's all. Carlos has got, about the Glock store. They're good about allowing you to shoot. That you should shoot the gun before you buy it.
I say that. Before I ever shot a gun, I was told, you just have to hold it. You just have to hold it, which that makes a difference because, everybody's hand is different and, grips are angled differently. But no, you probably should shoot it if you can, because sometimes they shoot differently and that makes all the difference. So yeah, if you can do that, and I know a lot of places will allow you to rent guns. I know Point Blank has tons of handguns that you can actually rent to shoot at the range. So that's another avenue you could go. But if the Glock store actually lets you shoot, I think that's pretty awesome. I think all stores should do that, but then I'll have
absolutely.
So, but
do you load your own ammo? Do you load your own ammo?
I do not. I do not load ammo. Just into the magazine. That's it.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, I'm not saying much because we got a click going on. There's a little bit of click going on in the sound. Karen, your sound is really good, but I think that our sound coming through, there's a click. Yeah,
I think it's coming through my phone. When you guys talk, I don't know what's happening.
We'll figure it out because we can do as many of these as we want. My thing is this, guys. We got to come up with a solution for what's going on and what's coming down the road. We got to come up with a solution. So let's talk about that. And let's, like I said, introduce Karen and Fred. You guys got your own TV channel. We need subscribers. We need people. And, we don't have algorithms. There's no algorithms here. So you don't have to worry about what you do or what you say. You could just be straight and honest, truthful, and put your best foot forward.
Yeah, I think that's just really cool because I don't think people realize how much there's a lot of companies that use influencers to push their product and their guns and everything. and they don't realize nobody's really seeing this. Like, I mean, it's almost a waste of marketing and a waste of money, because Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, they bury so much of it and nobody's seeing anything. So with the Outdoor Trade Show Network, like, that's just, nothing's buried. I mean, anyone can see.
We're
that,
not
and I
smart
think
enough. That's the best part. We're not smart enough. Okay. So we're not. So, we're not smart enough here. So and you subscribe to our network, and then you can watch, like I said, we're going to put our best foot forward. We're going to be nice and try to do what's right and see where it goes.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I think it's very exciting. And I think, I think it's worth the subscription, like, to just be able to access that many things, to see everything that you can see, and nothing's hidden from you. There, you know what I mean? Like, if there's a favorite person that you do follow and they happen to be on the network, I would pay to go watch them, because I actually get to see them and everything they have to say, everything they are doing, without it being hidden from me and having to search it out, if that makes sense.
And here's what we're doing also. Everybody's welcome. Everybody is welcome. That's it. That everybody is welcome. So that's kind of where we're at here with what we're doing. Everybody's welcome.
Yeah, and I think it's a new concept that some maybe manufacturers won't be able to wrap their head around at first, but I really think once they understand, I think people are just so used to, like, Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
They're so used to that. And but I think people are starting to realize we need something else. There has to be something else.
And see, they've gotten real smart with algorithms. Their algorithms have gotten, they're unbelievably smart now with what they're doing. And we're just puppets. They've turned everybody into puppets, and it's not right. There's a lot of things that aren't right. So that's why we built this and created this, and yeah.
Well, Karen, there's so many times there's a lot of, answers out there in social media, and a lot of times what we find is that one put them under a little bit of pressure, actually go try to lead these people in the range for what here to be. Yeah. And this channel is a perfect example of why I would suggest, highly encourage manufacturers to take it seriously, because Karen, for example, real deal. Yeah. She's gonna, what she sees is what you get. She's gonna pull this a lot. She's gonna shoot. She can really run the gun, and with that, people get a real world look at what the gun can do for a professional shooter, Fred, as opposed to somebody.
Your sound has gone in the tank. Your sound has gone in the tank, Fred. It's got.
I haven't done anything. I'm literally just sitting here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it's like really bad.
Your mouth is moving, but the words are coming like way after.
Amazing.
That
Hang on.
Yeah, Michael Leroy says in here, I bet the COVID-19 virus is getting folks to think about how they would protect family from looters. Yeah, this is going to change. This COVID thing is going to change a lot of things. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are worried about that, but I also think a lot of people are worried about having to defend themselves against the government as well. I think it's a mix of both. I think there's people that never thought they'd see this happen, and call it a conspiracy theory or not. I think a lot of people are worried that they're going to have to defend themselves either against, like you said, the looters, people trying to steal your toilet paper or whatever. But I think they're also worried they may have to defend themselves against the federal government at some point. So there's a lot of people that are taking gun ownership and the Second Amendment a lot more seriously. Yeah. So I think that building this channel, building this network will give them a place to go where they will feel safe, because sometimes people are afraid to post things or ask things because they don't know who's watching. They don't know who's monitoring them on these other social media platforms. So this might be a great opportunity for them to have a place to go where they actually feel safe for whatever reason they feel they need to have a gun as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Karen, because I was going to say people are scared. When people get scared, they do what they have to do.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, what else? What else we got here, guys? What else we got? We had a good start. This is a good start. Let's see.
Is
what
Fred
else.
moving?
Yeah, Fred's
Am I
still there.
moving?
Yeah.
Oh, he's frozen on mine.
Karen, you're
I'm trying to
coming across,
access
yeah,
my. I'm trying to.
across great there. Well, here, let's do this. I think this is a nice start. This is a real nice start for us. You guys are always welcome. I'm going to do this every night. If you got anything that you would like us to do, anything that any changes or just whatever you guys want to do, this outdoor news is a big deal for me because I think this is a way for us to help everybody. I'm just trying to help. That's it. So, and with that.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, Carlos wants to know what your favorite companies are, Karen. He keeps asking, what are your favorite companies?
Oh, man, that's really hard because I really don't have a favorite.
Yeah, because you got to be careful with that. That's a loaded question. That's one of those loaded questions.
But I can say, when it comes to like the shotguns I have, they're all Mossberg. Like my personal shotguns I own, Mossberg. I just really, really, really like them. I like Glock. I like Kimber. It's really hard to pick like a specific handgun company because it depends on, the gun and the caliber of gun. I like Cabot guns. Who can really afford one of those though? But, but I love them. They're beautiful. Alchemy Arms. I like them a lot. I love ETS. I love the company ETS. I love the ETS speed loaders. That's one of the things that I'll have on the channel. They can get a discount for that too. It makes
I don't know ETS. Who is ETS?
Oh, Elite Tactical Systems. So they make clear magazines that can go.
Okay, I have seen them. Yep, I have seen them. Yep.
But they have a speed loader that's phenomenal, and you can load an entire magazine within a couple seconds. So, really like that. That's pretty cool. I'll do a whole demonstration on that and put that on the channel too.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and then with my personal EDC, I have two that I carry often. I have my Glock 19, and then I have both of the new Mossberg handguns. I like those really well.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, those would be probably my favorites, I guess. My personal guns, I guess.
Carlos asked, who are you guys friends with? And then what belt do you use? Who are you guys friends with?
Who are we friends with?
I think as far as manufacturers, firearm manufacturers.
Oh,
oh, wow.
He had too many loaded questions.
No, that's okay.
Too many loaded questions.
They're good questions. Pretty much all of them. We do, both Fred and I do a lot of work for Kimber, Mossberg, Zev. Oh yeah, Zev's another favorite. Got to give love to Zev.
Oh yeah.
And they're all escaping me now, but we write and review products for pretty much everybody.
Oh, nice. That's really good. That's really nice.
It's a huge array of people. And I think what happens is because Fred and I are very professional, and we write for Athlon Outdoors, which is highly regarded. And
they are. It's great. Yeah. They're good people.
And I think that, so companies a lot of times will reach out to us or they'll reach out to Athlon and ask us, we want Karen to review this, we want Fred to review this, or things like that.
Now you can sell them. Now you can sell all the products, okay?
Yeah.
Now you can sell everything, okay? Knowing what you know now, if you were a new shooter, which gun would you go with as your first? From Joe.
The Glock 19 or the Glock 17 for me, because that fits my hands so well. And my absolute favorite to train with is the Glock 17. I can shoot the heck out of that thing because it just fits me.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the only guns that I felt like was an extension of me versus a gun that I'm working to shoot, if that makes sense. So
yeah, it does.
But back then I'd have been like, it's so big. There's so many rounds in there. I would have been afraid of it. But knowing what I know now, things would have gone a lot, I don't know, maybe a lot quicker. I don't
It's
know.
all
But
called learning. It's all
Yeah.
learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We had a good first. This is a good first. This is a good first goal of it. What I'm probably going to do is, Karen, I'm going to let you finish this off here. You let everybody know. I'll let you finish it off. Tomorrow night I'll be on again at 7:00, and both of you are always welcome. If you guys, you're welcome every night if you'd like. But I just wanted, what we're trying to do is help here and come up with solutions for what's coming down the road. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna do a single. I'm gonna put Karen. I'm gonna take Fred off and put Karen on here on her own.
bye, Fred.
So there you go. And Karen, you're all on your own there. Let everybody know, or I guess kind of give them a good night, and you will be back.
I will be back, and hopefully soon I'll have content on the channel. But what I would just want to say to everybody is, just try to go a day at a time. Try not to be scared. What I really would want to say to new gun owners is please, please, please try to, right now, probably mostly just online, but find as much applicable training as possible. Research home defense plans and the importance of them. And the biggest advice I could ever give is try everything you can first before having to use a firearm. That's always the goal, is to be on the offensive versus the defensive, if that makes sense. So that would be
I put your website up, ForceOptionsUSA.com, and that's where you want them to start at. You want them to start there.
Yeah, they can start there. They can find a ton of information about me, about Fred, about the training we provide. It'll have links to the free training, which I'm also going to upload on the channel just so people can have some basics to start with. And then one of my biggest platforms would be Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter.
Okay. Yep.
Which those probably wouldn't be seen anyway.
Well, here, let me do this. I got a better one for you. I did that. So I actually got your LinkedIn page up there, and I was going to read your bio here, but I keep hearing that clicking going on. So I didn't do that.
Next time I'll try my laptop. It just might be purple. We'll see.
We're going to work at this, Karen. Like I said, you're always welcome here. I want to do this. If you've got some other people, or if you got ideas for what we can do, I'm trying to. My big thing is with what we got going on right now, let's help. I want to help everybody. So that's my big thing.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing that Fred and I are trying to do to help people, is just kind of ease their mind and help them be more confident with their firearms during this time, especially the new gun owners. But
okay. So with that, are we going to say goodnight?
yes. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.